Hey guys, Otto here from Acquisition Partner. Hope you're all doing well. In this video, what I'm going to show you is exactly how you can automatically keep track of who has actually watched your Loom videos that you're sending out to prospective clients. And then what I'm going to show you is a handful of zaps using Zapier that you're going to be able to implement in your business that will help you actually automate the whole follow-up process too. Okay, so if you are running a social media marketing agency or you are doing any sort of other digital marketing for clients, chances are you'll be sending out Loom videos. They're a good way to obviously send a bit of a script, a VSL, and typically people use them to generate that first initial engagement so that you can go on then to book appointments with potential new clients. Okay, so the system here is relatively simple at face value. Okay, so we're going to start with a VSL that we record through Loom, and this is, if you don't know what a VSL is, I suggest you Google it, but this is basically your kind of intro to a prospective client, a mini pitch, a way to get a micro commitment from them before a booking appointment with them where you can actually sell to them. The other aspect of what you need here is a lead tracker. So this is a a Google Sheet or a spreadsheet that is pre-CRM. Okay, so this is a way of keeping track of all of the thousands or tens of thousands of leads that you are reaching out to through lots of different channels. Okay, so we don't want to enter these first into our CRM because we don't know how engaged they are, we don't know how qualified they are. It's only going to clutter up our CRM. Talking of CRMs, you're going to obviously need a CRM, and in this case, what we use for our business is Go High Level. There's lots of videos online about setting up GHL, so I recommend if you haven't got Go High Level set up, I'll drop a link down below in the description. I think there's a discount code you can use too. And then what this is going to do, this automation, is basically help you book appointments with prospective new clients. Whether you are conducting those intro calls yourself or indeed your team is, your appointment setters are, this handful of automations is basically going to draw away time that your VAs and appointment setters need to spend on actually checking if videos have been watched and then following them up. Okay, so this is going to automate everything. And in order to do this, we just need a few tools. Okay, so the way that we do it is we integrate these tools here. So we use Loom to record the videos, Slack to automate getting the responses, Google Sheets as the pre-CRM lead tracker, Zapier to connect all of the tools together, and High Level as our CRM. Okay, so this might be quite a bit of a lengthy video, but follow along. Let me know in the comments below if you've got any questions, and I'll do my best to help you out. Okay, so I'm going to just scooch over here to our step-by-steps. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is create a dedicated Slack channel for all of your watch Looms. Okay, and the way that we did this is very, very simple. We just created a new channel, which you can do by clicking over here, create new channel, name it something relevant. We named it Looms. And then what you need to do, first step here, is get an email address for the channel. Okay, so if you click this button up here, send emails to channel, and then you copy this email address, it means that wherever you are in Gmail or whoever has this email address, if they send an email to it, the messages will automatically appear in here. And this is important because when we record a Loom video and when that Loom video is indeed watched, Loom will send us, depending on your communication preferences that you've got set within your Loom account, every time a new video that we share with somebody is watched, we get an email in Loom that says, from Loom in our Gmail that says, the video title has been seen. Okay, and this element here, has been seen, is important, something that you need to copy and just remember for the next steps coming up. Okay, so what we've done is very simply, we've created our new Slack channel, we've extracted the email. What we need to do now is set up a Gmail filter so that when we get emails like this, when we get emails like this, they're going to get automatically forwarded on to our Slack channel. Okay, so we'll jump into our email server settings here to create a filter. We've got it here already for that email address, and it's very simple. You click create new filter. We'll just go into editing this one. And then what you want to do is basically mark this, any messages that come through from Loom, you want to mark them as red. You want to apply the label watch Looms, which is just an extra step that we create here so that we know it's another way of keeping tabs of how many of our Loom videos have actually been watched and who's watched them. And then the most important step here is actually forwarding it on to the email address of your Slack channel here. Okay, so this is where the emails came from. Okay, so far so good. All right, stay with me because we're going to get to the zaps. We're going to build these out step by step together here. Okay. So the next thing you want to do, you don't necessarily have to do this now. I would just recommend doing it sooner rather than later, because what you use as your tag here in your CRM is going to determine what you input into all of the zaps that you're creating these automations for. Okay, so we'll jump over into our CRM here. Like we say, we use high level. This is just within a separate folder here. But what you need to do is click automation, and then what we can see here is basically one of the automations that we've created within our high level account that is the first step of the follow-up sequences that we use to follow up all of our Loom videos that have been watched. The way that you do this is you go to settings. Like I say, if you haven't, if you're not using high level, we definitely recommend it. It's the best CRM that we've ever used, and we've actually built our own in the past too. So here we go, got an idea of some of the example tabs that we're using here. The one that we want to use to categorize the contacts that have actually viewed our videos is this one here. Okay, so VSL watched, and that's important. So we're going to bring that forward to the next step. Okay. So what we're going to do here, and you can see in my Zappy account, we've actually got the three flows, the three zaps actually already set up here. But first things first, I'm going to show you our leads list and our leads tracker here. Okay, and what we're going to do is just set up another test here. Okay. So like I say, this is our pre-CRM lead tracker. This is what we use to input all of the raw and then verified data that we've got on prospective new leads. It's a way for us to keep track of all of the individuals and businesses that we are reaching out to as part of our outreach efforts before actually qualifying them, and then once they're qualified, automating them being pushed to our CRM. So what we need to do is you need two tabs here. Okay, so you need your main leads list. This is very simple, pretty straightforward. If you need a copy of something like this, we can drop me a comment below, and I can share this with you on DM. What you need to do here is basically create a Watch Looms tab. Okay, so this is where the every time an individual watches a Loom video that you've sent to them, you will get a message through to your Gmail here, which will then ping in your Slack channel, which will then automatically get added to your Watch Looms tab here. Okay, and the final result is that once this has been added here, we create a zap to extract the email address from the Watch Looms tab. Okay, so any email address here shows that that individual associated to that email address has actually watched the video. And what we do is create a zap that automates a row being added here. It finds the email address, extracts it out of the row there, and then updates our main tracker here in the tag column with the specific tag that's in our VSL, which then categorizes all of the contacts entering our CRM from this case, which we then run through a number of different follow-up sequences that I'll detail in a later video. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we've explained the first steps here. What we need to do is create the first zap. Okay, so this is the first zap that you want to create is basically an automation that that registers all of the messages that enter your Slack channel, and then it adds the new row here in the Watch Looms tab. Okay, what we'll do is just create a new zap here. Just label it test one because we've already done this. Okay, what we need to do is go to Slack, and the event that you want to choose is a new file. Continue. The channel is the one that you've named appropriately, so we named ours Loom. And then what you want to do here, which is important, is you want to choose Slackbot. Okay, so the messages that are landing in here are actually being sent technically by the Slackbot. Okay, so if you select anything in here that is not Slackbot, if it's a user, email, whatever it might be, then it's not going to work in every single case. Okay, so you've got to use Slackbot, and then we don't need to choose anything for here. Continue on, test your trigger. Okay, good, it's all working. Now the next step is we want to only continue if a message actually comes through here. We only want to continue if the words, if the message is specifically from Loom. Okay, so when I mentioned extracting this line here, has been seen, Loom's automated subject line for when a video has been seen that you've sent is going to be the video title followed by this, has been seen, with these eyes emojis. Okay, so what we want to do is make sure that all of the that only the messages that are coming through email and then through to this channel are ones actually where a video has been seen, and they're not other cases. Okay, so when a file upload has failed or whatever it might be, we don't want that to trigger our leads list firing. Okay, we actually want it to be only the videos that have been watched. Okay, so we're going to extract this specific text here, and we're going to create a filter. We're going to filter for the title. The title here is this column. Put that in bold. We want an exact match, and then we're going to copy and paste has been seen, and then continue. Okay. And then the final step for this first zap here is back into Google Sheets. We want to create a new spreadsheet row. Spreadsheet row, here we go. Continue, and then you just simply select the lead tracker, whatever you've titled it. In this case it's main leads list new. And then what we want to do is select the appropriate worksheet here. Okay. Which is going to be watch looms. Okay. And then the title that we want to select is the title of the Slack message. Okay, so that's the first zap here. Okay, I'm not going to publish it because we've already got one. But what's going to happen here is when your Loom video is watched by a recipient, you'll get an email into your Gmail account. This will then go into a Watch Looms folder so that you can file it away and it doesn't clutter your inbox. And then what this zap is going to do is basically add that title to a Watch Looms tab here on your lead tracker. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap this video up here, and what I'm going to do in the next video is show you the next two zaps that we use to automate this whole process.